Welcome to day 29 of our play along videos in our January challenge 2018 and our final day of learning anything new. So what I'm going to do right now is we're going to play from bar 23 to the end, and we'll start with it at quite a full-on speed, and then I'll do a couple of slower versions like all our other videos. And then if you'd like to stick around, I will go into depth at a nice steady pace on what we've been learning today if you want to, otherwise you can leave it after these videos. So starting at bar 23, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we'll do it a little bit slower. Same thing, bar 23 to the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Okay, and one final time, tiny bit slower again. Here we go. If you haven't yet, this is a great chance to now try it hands together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Well done. Okay, so let's go through today's learning. It starts in bar 28. Okay, and our left hand is carrying on with this pattern that we're really comfy with now, whether you're doing the octaves and then one of those, or if you're doing the fuller, whichever you're comfortable with is fine. And so that's carrying on with that same pattern. So it's our top hand, and we've got this little 2-bar phrase that then repeats and then repeats a final time, but with a slightly different ending. And it goes, it's all the way up here, it's the same G that we keep aiming for, and it goes G, F, G, F. So I'm going to place that 1, 2, 1, 2 and wobble on it. Notice how those fingers bend in. And then we go down, thumb on the E, finger 2 on the C. Okay, or you might find it more comfortable to do those with a 2 and a 3 because your hand's just been here. That might feel like less of a move. Whatever you feel comfortable with, that works. You could do and put the 3 and the 4 on. It doesn't feel actually quite as comfy, even though I'm usually a huge advocate for placing as much as possible. But placing is only important, or its role is to make something easier to play and to make it sound flowing. And actually at this point we want to go da 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 da. There's a bit of space, so it makes sense to actually move your fingers and create that sense of space. So that's your little phrase there. Let's try it together. This is bar 28. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Let's do it again. 2 and 3 and 4 and... One more time. 2 and 3 and 4 and... Good, okay, should we try that with the left hand as well? And again, we'll go around a few times. So the left hand's starting on the F pattern. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 3 and 4 and again and hope that didn't feel too fast there. Okay, so that's our pattern. That's bars 28 and 29. It repeats in bars. The next 2 bars are identical, so the only difference is that we're forte, so we're nice and loud. Same fingering, same everything else, just loud. And then the final 2 bars starts the same, G, F, G, F. Notice we're quieter, G, F, G, F. And then to finish, we're going to go up. So finger 2 on the G and thumb on the red. This is a red 2 octaves above middle C. Okay, and we want to make sure that doesn't sound too harsh, so make sure we really bend our thumb in, make sure that our thumb hasn't ended up too high on the strings, yeah, and that we're really bending that in nicely. And then a final note, jump down the octave, so we're still an octave higher than middle C, but we're on a C, a red C there, and finger 2, and then damp. So you play the C and then you open your whole hand onto the strings really firmly so that it all touches and hits the strings, so that you really damp intentionally, that you mean it, and it therefore has the effect that you're after. If you're a bit sort of loose in your damping, it won't actually do the job, and it won't sound great. Okay, so those last 2 bars of the whole piece, which starts with the same pattern and then goes up. Let's try it together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And damp, okay? The timing of that is almost easier if we put the left hand with it. So we'll do it again. I'll play the left hand, you can just keep the melody going if you'd like. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Because you play it with the last note of the left hand, so it's easier to fit it in there. Okay, we'll try that again. If you want to do your left hand, you can. Otherwise, keep going with that melody. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. And really work on that damp. Okay, so I'm going to play through all of these 6 bars now. It's the same pattern 3 times in a row, almost, just that different ending, okay? Try it hands together if you can, and if nothing else, keep one hand or the other going. Okay, keeping it at that steady speed. It's quiet, then it's loud, and then we finish quiet and sort of a bit mysterious, and that sudden damp at the end. Here we go. Bar 28, which is quieter. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That sudden ending is brilliant. Okay, and you might have noticed there, having done the loud one, which was. Did you notice how I did a tiny damp there? So having done the loud couple of bars there, which is bar 30 and 31, and the left hand's played, I then do a quick damp before I go back because we're about to play it quietly again. This is like the practice that we did when we went from that B flat, do you remember? And we were needing to come back to a C, and I talked about doing a damp there. It's the same idea, just a really quick damp to take away the majority of the reverberating bass notes in particular, so that when we come back it's nice and clean. In the right rhythm. Okay, well done. You're doing brilliantly. Let's play it one last time, bar 28 to the end, and then come back tomorrow where we're going to play through the whole piece. Okay, well done. This is bar 28 to the end. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and loud, then quiet again. Done. Okay, super, well done.